Hello, my name is Mia Semovich and I'm the writer and author of Penguin Success. You can find out more about Penguin Success by visiting my Facebook page, and I will mention it once again at the end of the video. Right now I'm going to read it to you. Penguin Success by Mia Semovich. Once upon a time there was a penguin named Dobby. He lived in an igloo on an island with his family and friends. Each penguin lived in their own igloo. Dobby's igloo was very comfortable. Near the wall there was a lime couch with two cushions, the same color as the couch, and two lime armchairs with matching cushions. In the middle of the room there was a small purple furry rug. On the rug there was a small coffee table made out of glass. A large TV looked out from a cabinet, and in the corner of the room there was a small ice fridge. Beside Dobby's igloo there was a mailbox, in which he received his favorite monthly magazine, Penguins Today. The village where Dobby lived was gloomy, and life there was boring. All the penguins just sat at home, watching TV and eating fish. They bobbed around, always yawning and complaining. They only went out when there was nothing left to eat in the ice fridge, and they needed to get some fresh fish. Dobby decided it was time to change the situation and do something about this boring life. Dobby was thinking about an invention that would make life interesting and active at the same time. His biggest wish was to fly. He always drew sketches of flying machines and stuff like that. Other penguins avoided him, thinking his dreams were crazy. Once, Dobby created an invention which he thought was the most amazing one. He held a presentation in the village snow square, and all the penguins on the island came to see it. They were very excited, flipping their flippers and screeching in anticipation for the show to begin. Dobby had invented a special jetpack that was going to help penguins to fly. In theory, he knew it should go well, but in practice, he wasn't sure how it would work out. Dear ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming. Today I want to introduce to you the flying jetpack which will help us all to fly, he said with excitement. All the penguins clapped politely. Dobby put the jetpack on his back and counted. 1, 2, 3, switching his jetpack to a fly mode. All went smoothly and Dobby rose off the ground, flying for a moment. But suddenly there was a terrible cranking noise. Something had gone wrong, and he fell down with a bang. Can you guess what he saw when he opened his eyes? He was surrounded by penguins with angry and disappointed faces. Dobby wasn't hurt. He stood up, shook off the snow, and tried to behave as if nothing had happened. I think the jetpack stopped working because the mechanism became frozen. It's very cold today, isn't it? He looked around smiling and started to make his next attempt. I'm ready to continue with the experiment. Let's try again. Next time we'll be more successful. I hope. All the penguins folded their flippers in a crisscross manner and complained that he was a penguin who had given them a dream and then ruined it. They were fed up with Dobby and his flying jetpack, and were also cross because they had missed their favorite TV show, Sardine's Coronation. They were not going to stand in the snow anymore, waiting for some miracle to happen. One particularly grumpy penguin came to him and said, "It would be safer for all of us, and of course much better for you, to forget about your stupid inventions and find yourself a normal job and live like all the other penguins usually live. Do not disturb us with your foolish ideas anymore." With that, the penguins turned away and started walking home to their igloos, leaving Dobby alone in the snow. But Dobby never gave up. He went home and immediately started to think about new projects. He drew lots and lots of sketches, but they still weren't as good as he wanted them to be. After a while, everyone in the village forgot about his crazy ideas. One night, Dobby couldn't sleep. He threw his duvet onto the floor, jumped out of bed, and hurriedly put on his slippers. His mind was racing like a train, full of inspiration and hope. He went into the living room, sat on his lime couch, and drew the most amazing sketch, the one he had desired all his penguin life. In the morning, Dobby decided that he was going to present his new invention to everyone. He handmade invitations and posted them into each penguin's mailbox. The invitation read, "I finally did it! Flying is no longer impossible. If you still don't believe me, come along to the village snow square and see. On International Penguins Day, at 15 stars past the twinkle." All the penguins turned up to the presentation. Of course, we know this time most came to laugh at him. Fearless Dobby stood in the middle of the village snow square. He took a deep breath and said, "Dear ladies and gentlemen, I have gathered you here on this International Penguins Day to show you my greatest invention. This will help us all to fly and change a penguin's world." He bent down, opened a purple rectangular box, and held out for everyone to see a pair of white runners with blue stripes which had wings on each side. On the bottom of the soles were little red switches, and on these switches were written the words "Stop", "Fly", "Fast Fly", and "Emergency Landing". "Do they really work?" shouted someone from the crowd. "Or are you cheating us again? Who do you think we are, boy? Stupid old fools!" "Flying runners! It's ridiculous!" shouted the same grumpy penguin. Dobby was a little bit disappointed when no one applauded, but the thing he wanted most in the world was to fly and prove them wrong. So he put on his runners, switched them to fly mode, and soared up into the sky. He swirled around and around, making beautiful patterns in the night sky, encircling the twinkling stars. At first, all the penguins were shocked and couldn't believe what they were seeing. Some were silent, while others flipped with excitement. Then they gradually started applauding and cheering him. "Look, he's flying! He did it! How did he do that? He's a genius! He's amazing!" In time, Dobby became famous for his flying shoes. Everybody wanted to talk to him, take his photograph, and become his friend. He even gave an interview for his favorite magazine, Penguins Today. He finished the interview by saying, "No matter how difficult life may seem to you at the time, never, ever give up on your dreams." The end. I hope you enjoyed this little story, and as you can guess, the main message is to never ever give up on your dreams. If you want to know more about Penguin Success or about me, visit my Facebook page, Penguin Success. Thank you very much. Goodbye.